Mount Wachusett Community College. My name is Jim Vander-Hooven, and I'm the president of the Mount, and it is a tremendous honor to have you here this evening. I am very grateful that you have made it safely, given the weather conditions. We have worked for several years and have been planning and hoping that the college would be able to host such an important event and such an important visit as Wreaths across America. And it is a great honor to have you here this evening. I am grateful that you have arrived safely. I would like to thank a group of individuals for all of their work in planning this event. First and foremost, I'm a little biased, but I think that we have one of the greatest teams in all Massachusetts here at Mount Wachusett Community College. I would like to thank the team of folks here who have worked so hard to prepare this evening for our guests this evening. I would also like to thank the planning committee, the folks who work behind the scenes to get the word out, to communicate, to plan, and to make sure that we were doing everything that we needed to do here at the college to have a successful visit. I'd like to thank Tiffany Strout, who's worked with us for a couple of years. It is so great to have you here. And it is great that we were finally able to host a stop on your journey to Arlington. I know that you are getting back out on the road, that you have another stop this evening. We do have a ceremony and speakers this evening, but we are aware of your time schedule and we want you to be safe. So we will do our ceremony, and then we will provide dinner for the visitors who are here from the convoy, and then you will be safely on to your next stop. I also want to say how great it is, and I would love to have a huge round of applause to know that we have our next generation of leaders here this evening. Amen. Thank you for being here. I have never actually been in a location where there has been a visit by Wreaths across America, and I can tell you, it is overwhelming. It is a beautiful sight, and to see everyone come in, we are very honored once again. It is now my honor to turn the microphone over to a gentleman who has worked very, very hard to see this become a reality. Dan Colburn, you're a great leader. Thank you so much for your efforts.
It will feel always rise when moving ahead. Gardner VFW will present the college.
Okay, football. Fourth time. Forward, high. Post colors. Present. Order. Right from the floor. Left face. Forward. High.
It will feel between sitting thing for a moment of silence, well that said, has said, and then I come home.
Present.
And for the national anthem, Jermaine Landry.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
You may sit down. I will first speaker is retired U.S. Army National Guard Captain Bruce Chester.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm very honored to be here, to be asked to speak to you today. This is an amazing event to have Wreaths across America, to salute those of us who did not make it back, or those of us who have served and were able to make a mark after we did come back. I was fortunate. I served in the Army National Guard with a deployment to Iraq in 2003 to 2004. We didn't know what we were walking into. We had no idea. It was very early on, but I dare say that I was grateful and glad to have the experience that I did, because we were fortunate enough to help more people. You don't hear about, the logistics guys, the maintenance guys like I was. You hear about the war fighter, fighters, the brave Marines, the brave soldiers, the brave American patriots of all the branches that made my life a lot easier to be able to do my job. I grew up here in central Massachusetts. I grew up in Lunenburg originally. I've been living here in Gardner for the past 7 or so years. And I've really gotten to love this area, and it's just amazing to me. I'm a teacher. I teach at Fitchburg State, and my military background has been a great source of inspiration, I hope, but also just a real true understanding of the kind of country that we live in. I can't express to you what this country means to me as much as you know it, you feel it, sometimes you can't describe it. To be able to walk out down the street, I impart to my students that not every place here on this planet is as free as America is. Okay, you can do things here that you can't do in other places. And when you experience that, it changes your worldview drastically. We understand what we're fighting for. And we understand that, while we're fighting for our country, we're fighting for the freedom of not just America, but people who are oppressed all over the world. We're the superheroes. America is the superhero of this world. And we must continue to focus our efforts, our love. I don't know how, even today, people come up to me and say, thank you for your service, and it's always, always humbling. It's always that, wow, I didn't realize the impact of what I was actually doing. I was doing something I believed in, but it was to express to you the impact that's had over my life there's just no words that can really describe it. So first of all, let me thank you for being here. Let me thank you for listening to me. I just want to leave you with a few other thoughts that our children are depending on us. I say that to just about everybody I talk to. Now, my daughter's 30 years old, so she's not a child anymore, and she's probably smarter than I am. But the bottom line is that why do I do what I do? Even now, even as a retired military officer, I still, in my heart, my mind, and my actions, while I say that I fight, I always try to leave a positive interaction with people no matter where I go. Some of you are aware that I've run for office. I'm not here to talk politics. I don't care what your politics are. It doesn't matter. What matters is that we're able to speak freely. We're able to have those things like the First Amendment and all the other amendments that are the foundation of this great country of ours. And it's I salute you, these young folks that are in ROTC. That's how I got my commissioned Army, so they're braver than I am. Okay. There's these gentlemen who choose to serve in the VFW. One of them I actually even served with from many moons ago. I haven't seen in a while. It's good to see you, Joe. You know, and that's the beauty of it. And the beauty of not just being in the military, but being in the National Guard, because people don't realize when you're active duty, you kind of spread out. But when you're National Guard, I just lost a good friend of mine. I was able to see a lot of people that I hadn't seen in a long time, and it's that community, that connection that we have. Doesn't matter what your religion, your creed, your race, your gender, none of that matters. What matters is that, are you free? Are you able to do the things you want to do when you want to do them? And that's what it's all about. That is America, that freedom. Thank you very much for listening, and enjoy the rest of the evening.
Our next speaker is Mount Wachusett College student, veteran, U.S. Air Force Reservist, Thalyta Nascimento.
Good evening, everyone. When Bob asked me to speak tonight about my life in the military and what it's like to serve, I struggled to find the right answer. Everyone here has either been in the military or has someone who has served. So you already know the reality. It's not all good and it's not all bad. If I only share the positive, it may sound like I'm recruiting, and we all know the military is eager for new members. But if I focus only on the challenges, it might leave you wondering, why am I still in it? So instead, I'll tell you my story, a story of struggle, growth, and purpose. On October 22nd, I celebrated 1 year of being home from deployment. My peers surprised me with a cake. I was overwhelmed with happiness and pride. In that moment, I reflected on what deployment had taught me. I'd faced tests of my knowledge, my resilience, and my ability to collaborate with people from all walks of life. I'd experienced fear, loneliness, and a constant countdown to return home. But I'd also felt strength, pride, and a sense of purpose I've never felt before. The deployment shaped me. It showed me how much we rely on one another in the military, how bonds are formed that can be replaced or replicated. When people ask why I joined, I can finally answer. I joined to serve, to grow, and to contribute to something bigger than myself. Being part of the military is about unity. As a reservist, there were times I doubted the impact of my role. It's easy to question why. It's easy to question how 2 days a month and 2 weeks a year makes a difference. But I've learned that when it's time to be activated, those distinctions, guard, reserves, active duty, don't matter. We come together as one team, working side by side. We lean on one another, share ideas, and navigate challenges together. The military teaches you that no one serves alone. We're a family, built on mutual support, shared hardships, and commitment to the mission. But the uniform comes with weight. Shortly after my deployment celebration, a coworker approached me. He didn't know I was in the military and asked if I liked it. I responded honestly. Like every job, it has its ups and downs, but I like it. I thought that would be the end of the conversation. But then he said something that shook me. How does it feel to kill Arabs? Do you like killing us? Does it feel good? I was stunned. At that moment, I realized there was nothing I could say to de-escalate the situation, so I stayed silent. I assessed the situation, what we call risk management in the military, and understood that saying anything would only make it worse. Later, I cried. I felt angry, pain, and disbelief. But the next day, I went back to work and treated him just as I had before. That moment reminded me of the responsibility we carry when we wear the uniform. We stop being just individuals, we represent something larger, and with that comes the ability to grow, adapt, and treat others with respect, even when they don't show it to us. This is the beauty of the military service. It challenges you to rise above. It pushes you to develop resilience, patience, and kindness in ways you never thought possible. Everywhere we go, we carry the weight of what the uniform represents. People see us as symbol of the government, of service, and sacrifice. That's a lot to bear, but it's also an honor. We fight so others can have their freedom to speak their minds, even if their words hurt. We serve so future generations can learn new languages because they want to and not because they have to. And we work so that our country can remain a place of opportunity and hope. The military is hard. No matter your role, your branch, or your status, it tests you physically, mentally, and emotionally. But the rewards, the growth, the bond, the sense of purpose are worth it. I stand here tonight grateful for the lessons I've learned, the family I've gained, and the strength I've discovered within myself. Thank you for letting me share my story. Thank you for your support.
Our next speaker is Wachusett Regional Vocational Mining Tech ROTC Instructor, Sergeant Shane Dillon, and I'm gonna call up Wayne Hansen to the stage.
Cadet Crane, Cadet Langtry. All right, good evening, everybody. I'm First Sergeant Dillon, the Senior Marine Instructor to the Monty Tech Junior Reserve Officers Training Corps. It's my privilege to address you this evening on behalf of the entire MCJROTC program, the Monty Tech administration, staff, student body, and the broader Monty Tech community. I'd like to start by expressing my heartfelt gratitude to the Wreaths Across America organization. It's an honor to be here tonight, surrounded by so many distinguished guests, especially our Gold Star family members. Your sacrifices resonate deeply with all Americans and hold special significance to me as a Marine veteran. I also want to highlight this year's Wreaths Across America theme, Live with Purpose. As Karen Worcester eloquently states, throughout the past year, especially during the escort to Arlington last December, I listened to individuals who faced great adversity and transformed their experiences into a call to action, ensuring that each day was meaningful and lived with purpose. Each year, the Monty Tech MCJROTC program conducts a 10-mile hike aimed at cultivating leadership, teamwork, and esprit de corps, our pride in the unit. This hike, along with our fundraising efforts, supports various veteran causes each year, whether directly or indirectly. This year, our cadets chose to support Wreaths Across America and immediately began collecting donations to aid in the mission to remember the fallen, honor those who serve, and teach the next generation the value of freedom. I'm both proud and honored to present a check for $25,500. Now this amount, guys, was raised entirely by these cadets. All right, the battalion of cadets, which is 172 strong, went out there as a grassroots organization and raised this. Really proud of all of them. And the 10 cadets you see here this evening single-handedly raised almost 9,000 of that themselves. So Mr. Hansen, on behalf of the Wreaths Across America organization, please accept this check from the entire Monty Tech staff in the community. The gesture underscores the profound sacrifice of Gold Star family members, the vital mission of Wreaths across America, and the exceptional efforts of the Monty Tech Gero TC cadets in collecting donations. Thank you.
All right.
Alright, and we're going to present some wreaths with the IOTC member present a Army wreath to Bruce Chester. Bruce served in the Army from 2003 to 2005. With the father of Shane Bergstrom, please rise. His son is currently serving in the U.S. Army. So, the gentleman standing in the back. Would Christopher Saturday please stand? He served in the U.S. Army from 1997 to 2001 and again in 2003 to 2004. Would Garrett Foley please stand? He's served in the Marine Corps from 2001 to 2005. Would Daniel Nichol please rise? He's served in the U.S. Navy from 1968 to 1972. Would Dr. Robert Stern please stand? He's served in the U.S. Air Force from 1981 to 1988. With Thalyta, Nascimento, please stand. She served in the Air Force, and thank you for serving. With the family of Ember Fox, please stand. He served in the U.S. Coast Guard from 1965 to 1969. With the family of James Berry, please stand. He served in the Merchant Marines and sadly passed away. With Don Bertrand from the Gardner VFW, please rise. His spouse will get the POW MIA wreath. And now we're going to call out Golden Star families. Some of them may not be here, but I will call out their name. But the family of U.S. Navy POT Joseph McConaughey, please stand. Joseph served from 2004 to 2010. With the family of U.S. Army Zachary Arsenal, please stand. Zachary served from 2018 to 2019. With the family of U.S. Army Staff Sergeant David T. Kowaleski, please rise. David served and passed away on February 27, 1998. With the family of U.S. Army Specialist Antonio J. Siracos, please stand. Antonio served from 2009 to 2013. With the family of U.S. Army Staff Sergeant Jonathan Main, please rise. Jonathan served from 2016 to 2024. With the family of U.S. Army William George Leclerc, please stand. William passed away on January 31st, 1969. With the family of U.S. Army National Guard Private First Class Keely R. Walsh, please stand. Keely passed away on December 14, 2014. U.S. Army Sergeant Ronald Dupois, please stand. Ronald passed away on June 21st, 2015. U.S. Marine Corps Forrest Gildersleeve. Forrest served from 2011 to 2015. U.S. Army Specialist Corey N. Shea. Corey passed away on November 12, 2008. U.S. Army Specialist Scott A. Andrews. Scott passed away June 21st, 2010. U.S. Army Corporal John M. Dawson. John passed away April 8th, 2015. U.S. Army Private First Class Brian M. Overdiorn. Brian passed away February 20th, 2017. U.S. Army Specialist Eric R. Moses. Eric passed away December 3rd, 2015. U.S. Army Private First Class Aaron Cordoba Martinez. Aaron passed away November 14, 2015. U.S. Army National Guard Staff Sergeant Matthew A. Pokino. Matthew passed away November 23rd, 2009. U.S. Army Staff Sergeant Kyle J. Harrington. Kyle passed away January 24th, 2009. U.S. Army National Guard Captain Kevin D. Ouellette. Kevin passed away September 2015. U.S. Army Reserves Shane A. Whitmer. Shane passed away September 7, 2005. U.S. Army National Guard SSC William J. Burdick. William passed away May 20th, 2022. U.S. Army SSC DiClio A. Dos Anjos, DiClio passed away August 20th, 2023. U.S. Army Staff Sergeant Jordan Snow. Jordan passed away July 1st, 2021. U.S. Army National Guard Robert A. Sanford. Robert passed away June 14, 2020. U.S. Army James Mertz. James passed away October 15, 2015. U.S. Army Dakota Montegua. Dakota passed away December 12, 2023. U.S. Army Jeremy Johnson. Jeremy passed away March 1st, 2010. U.S. Army Edward Hoagland. Edward passed away March 2nd, 2011. U.S. Army Robert Hill. Robert passed away November 10, 2017. U.S. Marine Corps Sergeant Daniel Vasilian. He was killed in action December 23rd, 2013.
I'm going to go ahead and break tradition with this presentation. I happen to be the casualty calls officer for Sergeant Daniel Vasilian. He's coming up on the 11th year anniversary of his death on the 23rd.
And I would like to thank the Massachusetts Patriot Guard for doing the flag line as the seal came in. I would like to thank James Vander-Hooven for allowing this and putting up with me for 3 months. I would like to thank my awesome planning team, Ricky Lucioni, Paul DeMio, and Rhonda Fox for helping make my stress go down. And I want to thank Mel and Karen and the team at Wreaths across America for coming and doing an awesome show of support along the way, and make sure the veterans are honored. And with the Gardner VFW, please dismiss the flags. Okay. Right. So then we'll conclude tonight's ceremony and hopefully you enjoy your meal.